Hello, everybody. Happy Ides of March. Some of you are saying, what does that mean? But most of you are saying, I think I know what that means. And a few of you are saying, I know exactly what that means. And I'm super excited for this Nerd Fest. It is your favorite day of the week. It's Friday. It's time to Star Trek and chill. You've had a long week. You missed us last week. Guess what? We missed you too.
Mm. hmm We did.
Very much. Today, since it's the Ides of March, we're going to talk about that was Julius Caesar, right? The play
hmm
with the Ides of March. So that is a Julius Caesar, William Shakespeare reference. Of course, it's March 15th. Everybody knows. So we're going to talk about all of the times that Shakespeare or Shakespeare's works were referenced in Star Trek. All 62 of them. No, it's like
62.
seven, I think, something like that, right?
Oh, it's a lot.
Per
Okay, it's
episode.
somewhere in the middle there.
Somewhere in the
Uh,
middle of there. Yeah.
we also have a little bit of news about the USS Callister. Huge
Mm.
news, very exciting. And also, we were just talking about something really weird right before we went live, and I was thinking maybe we could talk about that a bit more.
Do we have to?
Well, about like babies and how cute they are compared to other animals. We could talk about which
Well,
animals have the cutest babies.
as long as there's no chunks involved.
Chunks is my dog's name. Anyway,
Or
everybody,
if it's Goonies reference, that's fine.
Yeah,
right, the
exactly.
truffle shuffle.
Yeah.
Wearing this matching shirt to mine, Rise and Chill, is
Yeah, I just
Melissa
noticed that.
Longo.
Yes. I just found it in the closet. I'm like, yeah, before I lose it again, I better put it on.
Where do you usually find it?
In the closet, but I just didn't. I have these little cubbies that, I put my clothes in, and then sometimes they get lost under a bunch of other clothes. And
Mhm.
Hmm. Uh, right now in the live chat, Chanel says, "Hey Ryan, Wanda, hey." You can get your very own Risa and Chill shirt at the Star Trek and Chill online store at the description box below. Click that link in the description box below. It'll take you right there. You can get any color, any size, any size. Whoa! Actually, Jenny R. Johnson's wearing a shirt that you can also get at the description box
I am.
below. How are you?
Look. Whoa, it has a back, right? It has a back. Yeah, it
Yep.
has a back. Whoa. What the?
it does have a back.
I was like, it's
Amazing.
back, right?
Wow.
It's awesome. I love
That
it.
is the Decor Province Resistance, right? Or no, it's the Decor
Majors.
Province
Majors.
Majors.
Mhm.
Isn't that a great name? Like the
Majors.
Majors?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
I
love
just
that.
got it. Just kidding. I didn't get
Makes me
that.
want to play
Just-
ball.
It's like Major League Baseball, you know?
Yeah.
And Dr. Anne Marie Siegel is here. How are you?
Hi. Super excited.
My name's Ryan T. Husk, everybody. Let's have some fun. Hello to Ryan in the live chat. What's up, Wanda? What's up, Bob D? Oh, maybe Chanel was saying hi to Wanda and Ryan in the live chat. That's what it was. Didn't mean to steal that thunder. Hello to all of you. Hi, Kathy D. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Lucia out in Brazil. Oi. May Borello, good to see you. Haven't seen you in a few days. Who else is there? We also see Bob D. One Trek fan. We did not see you in Burlingame last week.
Oh, that's right.
Sad. Zanzis Primo, what's up? Hello, Walter Ian K. Hi, John Davis. Hi, On B95. Chuck A. Did I already say Chuck A? I think I did. Dave Gregory and friends. All right, we see all of you. It's going to be a fun time. I
Yay.
can't wait to find out what everybody's drinking, starting with Dr. Anne Marie Siegel. Everybody
Oh my
knows her as
God.
the walking exclamation point, Trekkie MD. She
My
lives in
favorite
Manhattan,
thing.
but right now she's not in Manhattan. She's in the Midwest. What are you drinking?
So I opened the refrigerator down here and I saw that my brother's left me a present, which is my favorite Wisconsin beer, Spotted
What?
Cow by nuclear
Spotted cow. That
So
sounds
good.
so appropriate for this episode.
So excited.
Did you know how they have that dish in England, the spotted dick?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And
It's
Shakespeare's
so
from
good.
England, so you know.
Mhm. Exactly.
You can only get it in Wisconsin. Oh my god, it's like delicious.
Is it delicious? Okay.
Cheers.
Perfect.
Yes.
Jenny R, what are you drinking today?
Well, once again, I am drinking my favorite winter non-alcoholic mulled cider. And it's like mulled and cidery, which is sort of like it could be like in a sort of like meaty kind of thing, which is not really actually a really good example of what this is. But anyway, it's delicious. And I put it in a fancy glass.
Nice.
Oh.
Everybody in the live chat, let us know what you're drinking today. Join in the fun. What are you drinking, Melissa Longo?
I am drinking maybe something not as fun, but liquid IV tangerine flavor with zinc
Ooh.
because somebody's a little under the weather. So hydrate.
Just realized that's a terrible saying. Under the weather? Like Katie would tell us we're all under the weather, right? Usually.
What
Sometimes
weather?
we're flying.
Or I guess you could be in it if it's.
I feel like I'm in the weather right now that my
I know, I was
sun's
gonna
going
say,
through
that
my
was really
blinds.
impressive.
There we go. I'll tell y'all what I'm drinking. I'm drinking leftovers, but it's
Ooh.
leftovers from Burlingame.
What does that mean?
Oh, it's
Oh,
green.
leftover liquid death.
Liquid death, everybody.
That's a yummy flavor.
Mm-hmm. Severed lime.
Mhm.
Fabulous, delicious. I think I got an 8-pack, but only drank a couple. Melissa, you had one, right?
I
In
did
San
have
Francisco?
one. Yeah.
And what exactly is liquid death?
It's like a LaCroix, but
Oh, okay.
a
The
little
rock
stronger.
stars.
But you know what it is the reason it tastes so much better. Like, how do they make it taste better if it's just bubbles
Yeah.
and water and a squirt of lime? Well, our friend Darth Shuey and we did a little sleuth work.
Oh.
You know they have the ingredients in the back of the can.
I just assume they add like heavy metals.
Nice, I wish.
Iron
No, there's a
Maiden.
little bit of agave.
Ah.
Oh.
That's why it tastes so good.
That's the ticket.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was gonna say it did taste a little sweet. A little bit
Mhm.
sweet.
That's why it's suddenly a tiny bit better than all the others, is because they cheated. I bet
They
there's
did
calories
cheat.
in this thing.
20 though.
Does it really have to?
I thought it said 20 on the can when I was look.
I don't know. There's a lot of
They have
stuff
that on the
here.
can too.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, 20. Yeah. So that's right. So that can only come from these additional ingredients, which is the
Mhm.
agave.
Mhm. And the death.
And the death. So good.
Very appropriate for Shakespeare Day and the Ides.
Yes, because there's a lot
March.
of death in Shakespeare.
Yeah.
In,
Specifically on the
Julius
Ides of
Caesar.
March.
They
Yeah.
were Shakespeare was way before Game of Thrones and that their massacres.
Yep.
Lord of the Rings was even before that, but their massacres were not really massacres. How
True.
about, was Julius Caesar the one that was like, friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The bad that
Yes.
men do lives after them. The good is often tarred with their bones. So let it be with Caesar, right? That
Wow.
one, right? I think that's the
Nice.
one. No, it's really long though, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one. Anyway,
Yeah.
so we're going to get into it. We'll start. Anne-Marie, what's your favorite Shakespeare play?
Okay, I'm like such a groundling, so I'm just not a massive Shakespeare fan. I've only read like Macbeth, Hamlet, and Romeo and Juliet in high school. But I have to say, I watched this British miniseries, Slings and Arrows, the other day, and it actually got me thinking, like understanding more like why people love it. Because I'm such a classical music fan. I started kind of seeing like how when you see it in person, which I guess I haven't really done, like the feelings that like transcend the crazy words come to the surface. But yeah, I don't know that much about it. And all I know about like Roman history is from I Claudius.
Well, that's interesting. I'm going to put a poll in here.
Cool.
Oh, and I also watched, what's that show? Like Upstart Crow, which is like the joke British show about Shakespeare's life. That's amazing.
Oh, never
Wait,
heard that.
It's so good.
Slings and Arrows. Isn't Slings and Arrows Canadian?
Yeah, it's older.
Yeah. Because
Those are like between those two,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I should be more into Shakespeare. Yeah, Slings and Arrows is so good.
Yeah, because it's sort of based on like the Stratford Festival here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right, so our poll is, I just pulled up the first four that I could think of. The question is, which play do you like better? As You Like It, Macbeth, Julius Caesar, or Romeo and Juliet? The Shipper's Delight. I think
kind of.
As You Like It's the only comedy out of those four, right?
Right. Yes. I was gonna say, well, then that one's very different from the other three.
Do you know where they come up with why the plays are either comedy or tragedy, right? They're just the two things, right? It's the root. Look at the roots, right? Comedy, CO means to come together, right? So in a comedy, basically the underlying thing is they all come together. Tragedy, trajectory, TRA, right?
Really?
They all go apart.
That's so interesting.
They fight. They
brilliant.
go, right? Isn't that? Emery's looking at me like this is bullshit. No, but it's
I
true.
feel like it's
I
like
think.
based on Italian roots, and I don't know. Maybe you're right.
Latin is Italian, dude.
Or
Yeah,
Latin, not necessarily American, like English.
Well, well, English is based off Latin. This is what I'm talking about. Latin roots. You know.
That's cool.
CO and TRA, basically, right?
That's
if
really
I'm
cool.
wrong, people in the live chat, let me know. There's some experts in the live chat. They're gonna be like,
just because I was watching this German show yesterday and I realized like how different the words for like trauma and promises are. Which whatever. This is like a tangent, but I was just surprised that some of these words I hadn't thought about are so different. So I'm like, is that really the same in English? And but I
English
like the
kind
idea
of
it.
English kind of steals from a bunch of different languages.
Yeah.
Oh, I also watched Shakespeare in Hathaway that takes place in Stratford-on-Avon and is so fun. But I don't know that much about the plays. Except from Star Trek.
Yeah.
We're gonna find out right now what's going on in this world.
Really?
What is going on in this world? Shakespeare?
Yeah.
Right now.
Ooh, I got a Croatian word. Trog means draw. Anyway, I believe that's the case, though. You know, like a lot of English has the Latin roots.
Absolutely,
a lot of it. Some of it has a little bit of Greek. A lot of it is obviously Anglo, which is Germanic or something like that. I don't know.
And French.
But you would know because you speak French too. So I'm sure
French
your like connection
French
to
is very Latin.
Yeah.
It's a Romance language. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I just mean English has stolen a lot of French, either in turning them into English words or just using the French words to be fancy, like boutique.
Right. Well, same with Spanish too.
Yeah. Yeah,
I had
exactly.
a Spanish teacher in high school. Well, the English stole this word from Latin. They stole this word and this word and this word.
So Tara in the live chat says, not true, Ryan. That's not enough to convince me. That's only one person. They got to mob me.
To me, it sounded like a really valid argument.
Yeah, absolutely.
It could be wrong, but it sounded valid.
How do I look this up? I wouldn't even know. Also, people are very mad about the poll.
You picked the wrong place.
Well, I mean, you can only do 4 in these polls, so I just pulled up 4. But there are a few people saying Hamlet. They're pissed. They like their
Hamlet.
Hamlet with cheddar cheese and
Nice.
You know what?
Well,
Also, which is your
spinach.
favorite Hamlet? It's like mine is Gilligan's Island. It's an amazing episode.
don't say
That's
Kenneth
great.
Branagh.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like
Not that
honestly,
that's bad,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I just saw Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead
yes.
a few weeks ago, and it's so cool because it's like taking place. I mean, it's taking place kind of in purgatory-ish, but it's also like taking place, and they're remembering and experiencing Hamlet at the same time because they're characters in it, and it's so that's really like very fresh in my mind, and yeah, God, it's good. But I am actually, I love Romeo and Juliet.
I love it too.
I think partly because it was one of the first Shakespeare plays that I had the pleasure of having a really good teacher for, and
Mhm.
we broke it down like completely, so we understood it so well. And then just sort of seeing, I like, I don't know, over the years, like just thinking about it and seeing references to it, and it's just so, there's just so much there.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, the romance is not even like whatever. That's incidental, you know. I want
Right.
to talk about Mercutio, you know. Mm,
Mercutio.
yeah, you know.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I even like watching the different iterations and then the different
Mm,
spin-offs of Romeo and Juliet. Like West
yeah.
Side Story is
Oh,
basically
yes.
Romeo and Juliet in
Exactly.
musical form in, the 60s.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
I love that. That's awesome. Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, but that said, I also really love I really love Much Ado About Nothing.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Yeah, because it's just like, I don't know. I'm less into the ones where everyone dies, which I guess
Yes.
technically is like Romeo and Juliet, everyone dies. Spoiler.
Most of them, this is the
Yeah.
spoiler.
Yeah.
But for
Yeah.
me, I really liked Twelfth Night. It's so
Mhm.
much fun.
Mhm.
It's so much fun. And I love the themes of the women cross-dressing all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely.
I've been
Are you done
Googling. I
falling
still
down the
can't find
tragedy
anything.
rabbit hole
Yeah. Yeah.
about old people wearing goat skins on stage, and then it's like based on the old Latin word for goat and song because of that
What?
tragedy? It's based on the Greek word.
Tragedy is
It-
also a very good Bee Gees song everybody knows, of course.
It's true.
But what were you
It's
saying,
true.
Anne-Marie? Sorry.
It's from tragos, which means goat, and old, which means ode. And it literally means goat song. And it's referring to like dramatic plays being performed by like Greek people in goat skins on stage.
Hmm.
That sounds very far from what I
No,
thought it
and I
was.
believe Tara P also said that in the live chat.
Oh, good
Hmm.
job, Tara, who originally
Yeah.
said not true, Ryan. So we got to listen to her because if she's backing it up with information, I'm starting to believe it now. But then now we got to look up comedy because I'm not going down without a
This one's,
fight.
I'm assuming it's based on like Commedia, but I don't know what that originally was.
Chlamydia?
Commedia.
Oh my God.
Well, anyway, Star Trek. Here we go.
Mhm. So in looking all of this up and just sort of like digging into this, I found a Stratford reference that I thought was super interesting. So Stratford is the theater company in Ontario. Yeah, they have a Shakespearean like
Thanks.
yeah, like
Is this William Shatner's?
yes. Yes, and
I
Christopher
learned about
Plummer.
that from the Captain's documentary.
Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic. So Christopher Plummer
Plummer.
was playing, who was he playing? He was playing Henry V. And Shatner was his understudy.
What?
Yeah.
No
And he
way.
had to take over for him one night when he was sick. And according to Shatner, he said that was the night I knew I was an actor. And Christopher Plummer later said he didn't do what I did at all. where I stood up to make a speech, he sat down. He did the opposite of everything I did, and I knew that son of a bitch was going to be a star.
Amazing.
That was awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah, and then as everyone knows, Christopher Plummer came back.
Yes.
But he then starred with Shatner as the amazing Shakespearean General Chang.
Yes.
Yeah, in the Undiscovered Country.
Amazing. Great knowledge.
I know, I like that one.
That.
Yeah.
Excellent. So let's just talk about the few the Shakespeare references in Star Trek. What do we have here? So I used, of course, Memory Alpha. It's a great research tool when you're talking about Star Trek stuff. The first one was in 1986, a painting of William. I love how they have a hyperlink for painting, so that we could like click on it and be like, "What's a painting?" And then you click on it and it tells you what a painting is.
That is my favorite. But wait, are you talking about Shakespeare the person references or Shakespeare works references?
Both.
Oh, okay. Wait,
in 1986, a painting of William Shakespeare was on sale at an antique store in San Francisco from Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun.
Here is said painting. Man, these guys have eagle eyes. Check this out.
They're like also a bajillion in TOS.
This is in Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home. See, there he is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. I love that. That's where he gets the glasses.
Right, probably. Then in 2153, we're fast forwarding a little bit.
Yeah.
Shakespeare's works were among the examples of Earth literature provided to the Vissians. Vissian Captain Drennick later quoted from Hamlet and expressed admiration for Macbeth. Before departing, who's the captain?
Archer.
That's right. Captain Jonathan Archer advised them to take their time in reading the plays from the Enterprise episode Cogenitor.
Oh,
so we're going that way.
Which way would you like to go?
No, I was just curious. I was confused at first, and now I think I got it.
I know you did a lot of research. I'd love to hear some of it, though.
Well, yeah.
In due time, okay. In the year 2155, in the Mirror universe, Phlox commented to T'Pol that Shakespeare's work was similar in both their universe and the primary universe. That was in A Mirror Darkly Part 2. In 2266, the USS Enterprise hosted the Caridian Company of Players, a traveling Shakespearean acting troupe.
Oh my gosh.
This is literally one of the best TOS episodes.
While on board, they put on a performance of Hamlet from the episode The Conscience
of the King. It's so good. It's so good.
I watched that.
We're talking about that in the live chat already.
Melissa, you watched that episode recently?
Just last night, because I had read that there was they did 2 scenes, one from Macbeth and one from Hamlet in that episode, and I was like, oh, I want to see. But it's a good episode.
How were the scenes?
Great. It's weird.
I like that there's Shakespearean actors in it.
Yeah.
But it was weird that the main character's daughter played Lady Macbeth, who is Macbeth's wife.
Acting.
Yes, acting. We won't talk about the incest.
We've got Emily Hall in the live chat says, "Fix poll, please." Maybe we will, but you have to tell us how. We can't add anything or take anything away. All we can do is do another poll with 4 new answers. Sorry to say.
through that
So
before
let's
there's a
close
revolt.
Oh,
this
interesting.
current poll out.
David Ayala did Shakespeare on the cruise this year. Kate Listish
Nice.
said.
Oh, right.
Nice.
So in the poll, which play do you like better? As You Like It and Julius Caesar both got exactly 13% to tie for third. Macbeth and Romeo and Juliet both tied for first place with 36%. Wow, double tie.
Wow.
I love how we're just
Unbelievable.
throwing the name of the Scottish play around like
I
willy-nilly
know.
here. I'm like,
But we're not in the theater.
I know we're
technically,
not. It's
so-
just I'm sort of yeah.
Oh, you're not supposed to say Macbeth?
Mm-mm.
Yes,
Not in-
dude,
It's
where have you been
bad
for
luck.
the last few hundred years?
Sleeping in theater class.
But
You're
you
not-
call it
so
the
what-
Scottish play.
Scottish
Mhm.
play.
Mm.
The Scottish Plague.
Or McBee.
Okay.
I don't know why that's
well,
hilarious, but it is.
It is hilarious. But I always
McBee.
called it the Scottish play.
Yeah.
We could call it Megadeth. So
Okay.
I
in,
mean, that
in
tracks.
2268, at the Elba 2 Asylum, Marta cited the sonnet 18 by Shakespeare and claimed that she wrote it. But Garth corrected her in the original series, Whom
Amazing.
Gods Destroy.
Are choosing such random ones. You're not even going in TOS order.
It's going
Like,
in
I love the
chronological order.
Yeah, but like Cat's Paws before that, and they do the
It
three
is.
witches from like
Yeah.
Macbeth.
Maybe
It's
this one
super-
doesn't have it.
Memory
Hmm.
Alpha has it. If you're going off of Memory Alpha.
Yeah, I am. I don't see it.
Cat Spa.
Yeah, correct. Maybe it's
The
further
Halloween
down.
episode.
Yeah.
Maybe it's. I mean, if you
It's-
you guys can read along with me, if you don't believe me.
Yeah.
Look, here it is. So we did this one, the painting of William
Perfect.
Shakespeare.
Oh,
the
okay. So
Vician.
you're going from that part.
We
Because
did
they-
Phlox and to Paul. We did this one.
They didn't even
did.
include 2020 when Patrick Stewart read all the sonnets on Instagram.
Which was one of the greatest things that happened during the pandemic, quite honestly.
Right, I remember that.
Yeah.
Mhm. But if you go down further, it does put it in order. As far as
Uh,
Order.
oh, I think
Oh,
that there are two
that's
pages.
not-
One is
yeah.
William Shakespeare Works, and you're on William
Right.
Shakespeare.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
on William Shakespeare, like in Star Trek episodes.
And
Mhm.
the other one is William Shakespeare Works on Star Trek in Star Trek episodes.
Yeah.
Jeepers.
I see.
hilarious.
Okay. Let's click on that one then. That looks like more
Okay.
fun. So this is just all the times that Shakespeare was mentioned. But there's another one where his works were mentioned, huh?
Yeah,
Mhm. And
Gotcha.
it's listed.
which is
yeah.
basically every episode ever.
I know. I'm scared that's
Right.
gonna be way longer.
Yeah, this is gonna
Well,
crash
there's
your
a lot.
computer's hard drive.
Oh no. Oh, Shakespearean works. Maybe it's that one.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it's way too long. It's-
But I'll tell you what, like the amazing thing about this one is that somebody's been updating it for the new Star Trek episodes too.
Oh,
Like,
nice. That's
new
awesome.
Prodigy's added.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Like the amount of commitment to Memory Alpha is just
It's amazing.
always outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
Melissa, you did a lot of
Mhm.
research on this. Why don't you lead the way? I haven't even looked at this page yet. I was looking all at the other stuff of what
Yeah.
he was mentioned.
Well, yeah, I was really excited when I saw Cat's Paw and they mentioned the three witches from Macbeth because the three witches always reminded me of the three witches.
Clash of the
in
Titans.
Clash of the Titans, yes.
The eye! Give us the eye!
Yes. So that was fun. But there's a lot of references like I don't know how to spell say her name very well. Ellen
Of
Elian
Troyes, yeah.
of Troyes. That was fun because it's based on Taming of the Shrew, which is a controversial. I've been reading a play by Shakespeare because it's pretty sexist, in that it demeans women and their headstrongness.
I heard it was Riker's
Probably
favorite
Taming
play.
of the Shrew was the first giveaway.
Yeah.
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 But
That
10
was
Things
fun.
I Hate About You is based on Taming of the Shrew.
Yeah. Well, and Kiss Me Kate is based on that
Exactly.
too.
Exactly.
And I watched the long time ago, the Taming of the Shrew with Elizabeth Taylor.
Oh, amazing.
It's so good.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, Anne Marie's mentioning in the live chat that Seventh Rule just did that Henry V cold open. That's what kind of got me off on this track, because a few weeks ago we reviewed that episode and they were doing like a whole scene, Data
Before the
and
Battle of
not
Agincourt.
not Picard were doing that scene, and I still don't understand why Picard was or Patrick Stewart was trying to pretend like it wasn't really him playing in that role.
It was super fun.
I thought it should have just been him doing it.
Plus
like
it came up
Yeah.
Right.
it came up at VTC because Michael Westmore was mentioned, or Doug Drexler was mentioning doing Patrick Stewart's makeup for that.
Right. Yeah.
Patrick Stewart had a lot of feedback about like how he wanted his Shakespeare makeup just so, and it was super fun.
That's awesome.
Wasn't that his first job practically, or his first
think it
job
was,
doing a
wasn't it?
wig or
I
something?
think so.
And it was like one of the rare times he did like Patrick Stewart like special makeup.
Yeah.
Because his last one was Inner Light, wasn't it?
I think it was Mark Twain actually.
Oh, Mark
And
Twain. Yeah,
before
yeah,
he switched
yeah.
to
You're
art
right.
department.
Yeah.
But I think the parallel there for Patrick Stewart to play the character instead of Picard to play the character, it's kind of a parallel of Henry V
Right.
wearing a disguise, and he's the leader, and then Patrick Stewart's the captain, but he's in disguise.
I like that. That's
Undercover
awesome.
boss.
Undercover boss, yeah.
Undercover brother. All right, so let's look at some of this. So we've got Dagger of the Mind. Title's a reference to Macbeth. The Conscience of the King.
The one with the
Cat's Paw.
sexy TOS cocktail music. I love it.
Ooh. Then we have By Any Other Name. Is that like a rose? Yeah. Rose by any other name would still smell as sweet. Ellen of Troyes. Here the plot is lifted straight from The Taming of the Shrew, with Kirk playing the part of Petruchio. Also, Captain Kirk's difficulty escaping Ellen's charms to fight a threatening Klingon warship echoes Antony and Cleopatra.
So good. I love Antony and Cleopatra. Actually,
is there in truth no beauty? That's the Tempest, they say, right? Can you tell us anything about that, Melissa? Because I sure can't.
The Tempest or the Truth and Beauty?
All I remember about the Tempest is it's like a dad and his daughter trapped on an island for a long time or something, right?
He's a sorcerer, isn't he?
Yeah, he's like a wizard, Harry.
Prospero.
Yeah. I didn't ever really study the Tempest, so I'm not that familiar with that play.
It's
but
weird. Because Miranda's his daughter, and then there's like the guy's shipwreck on the island.
Yeah.
Which is funny because in one of these, one of the characters is directly named for Miranda in
play. Right.
Miranda Wright, you said.
Also,
fun.
My friend Rick named his daughter Miranda after this.
Oh, wow.
I always wonder, like, for these episodes where it's like there's like some sort of weird shipwreck and like a dad's involved and a daughter, like that one Oasis and Enterprise. I always wonder if they're like somehow referencing Tempest too. But I just don't know the Tempest that well. That's the Renee episode.
Actually, yeah. Hmm.
Good point. Also, by the way, everybody, Shipwreck was one of my favorite GI Joes. Everybody he was great. He talked like this, and he always had a parrot on his shoulder.
Oh my God.
Everybody in the live chat, if you ever watched GI Joe, tell us who your favorite GI Joe was. I think mine was maybe Flint.
Ram
Also,
Man,
like
just
Tunnel
like
Rat. No, that's He-Man.
It's He-Man.
Okay. Wait, what's this? X-Men?
G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe. I actually got to be a GI Joe in that first movie, which was so much fun.
That's
I was
amazing.
They all
Leatherhead.
they all seem the same to me.
They're all very Cobra's all the same.
I like the one who would teach the lessons at the end. Or did they
Jerry
all do
Springer.
Jerry's final thought.
You know, what was the like?
And knowing's half the battle.
Oh,
that's it.
Like
Yeah.
Captain Planet. Oh, I feel like a lot of them, now that I think about it, did. And Prodigy tried to bring that back with Kate Mulgrew's like special Instagram post at the end of every episode.
Oh yeah.
Wait, an Instagram post at the end of every episode?
Of every Prodigy episode.
Yeah.
He did like a little lesson to children on social media at the end of every Prodigy episode.
Right, on social media, but not on the episode. Okay.
But it was like to combine with the episode.
Yeah, that was great. Okay, we also have, what's another one? Oh, Plato's Stepchildren. Kirk recites part of Sonnet 57 while being manipulated by the Platonians. Wink of an eye. That's a Winter's Tale. Whom gods destroy. Wow, you're right. Tons in the original series.
Tons.
Wow. Marta partially quotes Sonnet 18.1 through 4. Requiem for Methuselah. The plot of this episode borrows parts of The Tempest.
Again.
I mean, do we know this for sure, or do we just like recognize it and we're just saying, he got it from that? What if the person never even read The Tempest and it's just coincidence?
A lot of times these lines that they reference in this are far too close to not have been lifted from the play that they're
I remember when it's talking about the plot.
Well, in the plot, in the companion books, they often do mention like that was the intent. And like when you listen to Enterprise Incidents, they'll go into like the intent through like previous
right. Yeah.
Good. Okay.
So I kind of have faith in that.
What kind of faith?
Of the heart?
In
Memory Alpha.
All Our Yesterdays. The title comes from Macbeth, Act 5, Scene 5. It refers to the inhabitants of Sarpedon, who intended to escape from the future by living in the past. Bred in circuses. The coat of arms of the Roman proconsul Claudius Marcus was actually Shakespeare's coat of arms.
I thought that was so cool.
That's wild.
I know. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I'm going to pull that up so people can get a look at it.
Nice brooch.
Okay. It's fun. Oh man,
That's
this
cool.
is fun. This is all the Shakespeare you could ever enjoy. The animated series is next.
Yes.
What?
How Sharper Than a Serpent's Tooth. The title is taken from a passage in King Lear, Act 1, Scene 4. How sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to have a thankless child. Man, some of these are such deep cuts. They're like one line.
Oh, yeah.
Let's check on the live chat, see if they're falling asleep yet. Nope. Both of them are still awake.
Both of them.
Hello, Melvin. We see you. Mark, what's up? Mona. We have a few newcomers popping in here. Faith Howell, Faith of the Howl is here. Terry Rose, cool. What's up, Pat B? All right. In the live chat, everybody, give us a yes if you're enjoying Shakespeare talk in Star Trek. Give us a no if you're like, can you just speed through this and get to other stuff? Yes, if you're enjoying this. No, if you're just barely hanging on by a thread. You're like, dude, I don't watch Star Trek for the Shakespeare references. I just tolerate it because I like Star Trek. Melissa, you're not allowed to vote.
Oh, this is fun.
Do you guys have a favorite play, by the way? No, I asked Anne-Marie.
I really like parts of Merchant of Venice too.
I like that. Yeah, I really like Merchants of Venice. But I like 12th Night.
Yeah. Much Ado About Nothing.
I like that one too.
Romeo
I
and
do
Juliet.
like A Midsummer Night's Dream. That's just fun.
I actually really like Hamlet. Like, I mean, you know, it doesn't end great, but
I like
Hamlet
there's just so
too.
much like in there, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I read more than I thought. Like,
Yeah, right?
I did read Midsummer Night's Dream. Yeah.
I think you're on mute.
Oh, sorry. We put a poll up. Are you enjoying Shakespeare and Trek talk? That way you could just tell us. So far, the yeses are winning, but the second option is move on, please.
We have a cultured group in the live chat who enjoy the theater.
Am I allowed to say that I took theater, but I didn't really care about Shakespeare? Like, hey, hold on, don't et tu, Brute, right? Don't come after me. It's just kind of like I appreciate Shakespeare. I learned enough to recognize the brilliance of it. I learned enough to be like, wow, that's incredible. No wonder he's so famous and everybody loves him so much. But then I'm like, cool. Anyway, I'm going to go look at something else now. You know what I mean? Like, but some people are like they really all about it and they really love it. And for me, it was never a passion. I understand why it's people's passions, and I think it's brilliant in all of his works. And some people think it was multiple people pretending to be him and all kinds of fun stuff. But you know, I'm like, hey, whatever. But you're not allowed to say that when you're in theater. You're not allowed to be like, yeah, Shakespeare's cool, I guess, but you gonna eat that? You know.
Good thing we're not in theater right now, so
yeah,
we're fine.
Yeah,
that's why we could say Macbeth.
How dare you? Don't you know you're not supposed to say the Scottish play's name?
In the theater.
Oh, okay. Up next, The Naked Now. Data recreates Shylock's court monologue from The Merchant of Venice. Asking,
Merchant
quote,
of Venice.
When you prick me, do I not leak? The original line, in which the Jewish character Shylock tries to convince a group of Christians that Jews too are people, reads, quote, if you prick us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? If you poison us, do we not die? I believe Seinfeld also quoted that in one of his episodes.
So did the Golden Girls.
Yep.
Really? I didn't know that one.
Yep.
Yeah, Seinfeld says, like, that's what he says. If I pick, do I not bleed? That's what I am not an animal. Oh, Seinfeld, where have you been all our lives? Anne-Marie, you said you loved The Merchant of Venice, right?
For like those moments.
Oh.
Well, and then later we'll find out that Strange New Worlds used the speech from Portia from The Merchant of Venice as part of their title.
Okay, we are closing out this poll here. And 22% of you said, move on, please. Everybody else said, yes, I'm enjoying this. So for the 22% of you, hey, we still got to be fair to them. We got to move 22% faster. That's fair, right?
Okay.
We'll move 22% faster. So we're going to skip 2 out of every 9 of these. That's 22%. That's 22%, 22.22. Okay, no, but we'll move a little more quickly. Hyde and Q. Q misquotes As You Like It, saying all the galaxy is a stage. That's funny.
That is
The
funny.
Schizoid Man. When it becomes clear that before Dr. Ira Graves died, he must have programmed his own mind into Data's body. Picard, marveling at the achievement, recites the last 2 lines from Shakespeare's Sonnet 18. Quote, so long as men can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee. Then, in The Measure of a Man, while searching through Data's belongings, Bruce Maddox finds a book of Shakespeare's works, a gift from Captain Picard. Inside is a quote from Sonnet 29, quote, when in disgrace with fortune in men's eyes, I, all alone, beweep my outcast state.
That's my favorite sonnet.
Really?
But that's because I had to do it in school and I remember it a lot. So
really?
Yeah.
You just
Double deaf heaven with my bootless cries and look upon myself and curse my fate, wishing me more like. Yeah, I like that
recite as much of it as you remember.
Okay, now I'm on the spot. Wishing me like to one more rich in hope, featured like him with friends possessed, desiring this man's art and that man's scope, with what I desire most content at least. Yet in these thoughts myself almost despising, haply I think on thee. And then my state, like to the lark at break of day, from sullen earth sings hymns at heaven's gate. For thy love remembered, for thy love remembered such wealth brings, that then I scorn to change my state with kings.
I always love that one, and then it gets to the last line, and I'm just like, oh,
yes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
See, that's when I know the difference between people that like Shakespeare and me, is when they say, oh, I always fill in the blank, like you've read it more than once or you heard it more than once.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? There's more? There's a more than once to this?
Yeah.
Very good, Melissa.
Right.
That was amazing. That was
well, and I haven't done that in like 20 years. So that's yeah. But that was
Joshua
my favorite.
M. Patton says, hey, yins, late to chillin'. When I saw the yins, I knew who it was before I saw the name. Yins. You see, Jenny, people in the Pittsburgh area call a group of people yins.
interesting.
It's from the Latin word of to toss. That's a reference to earlier in the
TOS episode when you first say it, but that's like the gangs. You'll see once we get there.
I don't know what yins are talking about, but anyway, then in The Defecator, the episode.
About... Every time I read that title now, I think of The Defecator.
Melissa.
Instead of
the episode begins with Data performing Act 4, Scene 1 of Henry V. We talked about that for a little bit. The most toys, believing that Data is dead. Picard reads aloud from the android's copy of Shakespeare's works, quoting from Hamlet, he was a man, take him for all in all, and I shall not look upon his like again. Then in Menage a Troy,
which is so fun.
The best.
Picard recites a string of quotes from Shakespeare's sonnets and Othello as part of his facade.
Greatest Jen actually like uses Picard doing that like saying how much he loves Loxana as their theme music.
Amazing.
It's really good.
That's awesome.
That's magical.
When I was reading
Okay.
up on this, I couldn't help but want to see or wish I could see Avery Brooks performing Othello.
Othello.
Mm-hmm.
How cool would that be?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, he would slay that.
I
Slay it.
saw, where did I see that? That oddly enough, and I was like, sorry, what? That, oh gosh, did Patrick Stewart play Othello in a like reversed race Othello?
I think so. I think I read that somewhere.
And I mean, like, okay, okay. Anyway, it's very like I had never imagined that they would do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird, but yes,
Mm-hmm.
Avery.
Well,
Yes.
Desdemona was supposed to have this alabaster skin
Yeah.
and contrasting Othello.
Oh, wild. Okay.
There it is.
Wow. Crazy. Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
Mhm.
Oh,
Hmm.
and that was Desdemona, I think, in that one picture next to it.
Desdemona. Okay, so
Oh
then
my
up
God,
next,
Patrick. Patrick.
the mind's eye. This one says this title may have been taken from Hamlet. A mote it is to trouble the mind's eye. Okay, so this one they say it may have been, maybe. Time's Arrow Part 2.
Also an amazing moment.
Yes.
Captain
Yes.
Picard
Oh.
explains their seemingly odd behavior by explaining that they are practicing a performance of A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Dude, we were so robbed by never seeing that.
Oh my God, I know.
Yes. I want to see Data play Puck.
And I want to see what Mrs. What's her name?
Mrs. Carmichael.
The theater. Yes, Mrs. Carmichael.
Mhm.
Amazing.
So much fun.
Yep. Also, we're never going to get through this, are we? Let's just,
But we're having a great time.
I sure am.
Mm-hmm.
Then in Tapestry, okay, we can't skip Tapestry.
No.
Yes.
We cannot.
Q quotes briefly from Hamlet's famous to be or not to be speech, right? Now that you've shuffled off the mortal coil, he says. Thine own self. The title is taken from Polonius's advice in Hamlet. Emergence. The episode opens with Data performing the final scene of The Tempest. Deep Space Nine, past prologue. The Tempest, also what's past is prologue. That's really cool. Blood Oath.
Yes.
Writer Peter Allen Fields based core on Falstaff. Okay.
Oh, Three Merry Wives.
How about Heart of Stone, though?
12th Night.
We like that one.
Yeah.
12th Night. I have said too much unto a heart of stone.
Mm-hmm.
The die is cast. The title is from Julius Caesar's The Gallic
Big
Wars.
shocker.
Is it Gaelic or Gallic?
Depending on who you're talking to.
In
In my neck of the woods, we say Gaelic, but
okay.
Same.
Julius Caesar. Statistical probabilities.
but spelled that way, it's Gaelic.
Okay. Rhymes with, never mind. In Macbeth, methought I heard a voice cry,
That was
sleep
for the
no more.
groundlings.
Damar does murder sleep. What? Groundlings.
It's like that was a joke for the groundlings. When you were like rhymes with.
It was smart. Kind of. All right. And then we've got Once More Unto the Breach. The title is taken from Henry V, Act 3, Scene 1. Once More Unto the Breach, dear friends. Once more. Inter Arma. Oh, man. Never mind on that one. Merchant of Venice. Tacking into the wind. Caelus is quoted as saying, great men do not seek power. They have power thrust upon them.
Mm-hmm.
It's a variation of a line from Shakespeare's Twelfth Night. Then in The Dogs of War, the title is taken from Julius Caesar. The quote is, "And Caesar's spirit, ranging for revenge, with 8 by his side, comes hot from hell, shall in these confines with a monarch's voice cry havoc, and let slip the dogs of war, that this foul deed shall smell above the earth, with carrion men moaning
I love
for
that.
burial." Yeah, that is
Yeah.
harsh.
One thing that's
Yeah.
awesome about Deep Space Nine is how many Shakespearean actors were a part of that cast.
Yeah.
And I found this great quote, or not really a quote, but basically, Alexander Siddig said that everyone in the Deep Space Nine cast had done more Shakespeare than he had had hot dinners. Basically, like everyone had done everything.
That's so
over the
cool.
years. I know, it's awesome.
Hot dinners. All right. Let's fly through these a bit more. Voyager, Tuvix. Tuvix.
Oh, it's because
It's a
it's
separate-
too big. That like speech is based on the Merchant of Venice speech about like from Shyla.
Okay. Mortal Coil. The title is taken from Hamlet. That's it. Just 2 in Voyager.
Yep.
Sorry, Voyager. It's all in the original series of Next Generation. Enterprise is like, what about me? You only get 1 cogenitor, which we already talked about. Discovery's like, what about us? We're smart. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean anything.
No, they
but
had
yeah,
all
you
those
got a
titles.
lot.
Have
taken-
lots.
There's
Yeah.
so many titles taken from Shakespeare.
Vaulting Ambition from Macbeth. What's Past is Prologue, The Tempest. Perpetual Infinity, Spock quoting Hamlet in that one. Such Sweet Sorrow. Title is taken from Romeo and Juliet. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. There is a Tide. The title is taken from Julius Caesar. Act 4, Scene 3.
Which we also see in the Last Generation in Picard.
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't remember that. Then in Lower Decks, we're already over to Lower Decks. Crisis Point, Vindicta quotes The Tempest. Hell is empty and all the devils are here. Our revels are now ended. Then the episode Where Pleasant Fountains Lie.
This I'm quite amused by. I did not know it until today.
Tell us why.
Oh, okay. The episode's title comes from Shakespeare's erotic narrative poem, Venus and Adonis. In the poem, the goddess Venus beseeches the beautiful mortal man Adonis. Graze on my lips, and if those hills be dry, stray lower, where the pleasant fountains lie. Well done, Lower Decks. I didn't get it the first time.
Yeah, and this is one of those poems, I believe, that was inspired by the Dark Lady.
Oh,
Because
nice.
she was part of
In the
you know,
menage.
Shakespeare's
Yeah.
you know, naughty stage.
Stage. Oh my God.
What's
Too
the Dark
funny.
Lady?
He was in a menage a trois / Troy with a boy and a dark lady.
With
Dark
a boy and a
Lady
Dark
is-
Lady. Nice.
Yeah, it's not really known whether or not the Dark Lady really exists, but she was somebody that allegedly Shakespeare had a torrid affair with, and she was, I believe, the wife or something of, if she existed, of one of his friends, and she betrayed him a lot with other men.
Of course, back then in England, the Dark Lady could just be somebody that was out in the sun like twice in their life, you know?
Well,
Yeah, or-
they speculated that she was either from Greece or some Mediterranean.
maybe.
They call
area.
Mediterranean people dark there and like Downton
Yeah.
Abbey.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Like
there's
Marina
also-
Sirtis.
Right.
Yeah.
But there's also speculation, because he's described her hair as black and wiry, that she could have been from African descent. So
Or the Middle East, even.
Yeah.
Interesting. Cool. All right. Then we've got, that was a very naughty poem, by the way. Jesus.
Yeah.
Very naughty.
Hills and lips and fountains and all that. That is glad I
Mhm.
didn't read that. Then there's Wedge Dooge.
Mhm.
Captain Door quotes from Julius Caesar. Cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war. Then in Prodigy, all the world's a stage. The title is taken from As You Like It. Very cool. Strange New Worlds, A Quality of Mercy. Great title.
I love that speech. I love that speech.
That's from the Merchant of Venice. A lot of
Yes.
Merchant of Venice, it seems. And Megadeth. And in Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow, the title is taken also from Megadeth. Then in Picard, The Last Generation, you got it, Jenny. Picard quotes from Julius Caesar.
Oh, yeah.
There is a tide, and so on. Then in the films, Star Trek
love
II, The
this
Wrath
first
of
one.
Khan.
Yeah.
Copy of King Lear and a book labeled Complete Shakespeare sit upon Khan's bookshelf.
I have a feeling that Khan just has it on his book. This is my headcanon. He just has it on his bookshelf to like look smart and intimidate people. Like I was listening to this really good like History of Pompeii book by Mary Beard, and they were saying how like when they were excavating Bombay, like a lot of people have like phrases from really impressive literature like inscribed on their doors. So it seems like they're such an intellectual culture, but then upon further study, it turns out like they're basically lines from like the first page of all these like amazing books. So it's like the people didn't actually read it. They read like a page of it and then put it up to like sound smart. So it's like sometimes I'm like, Khan is such a douche. Like, I don't believe he's that smart.
Well, that's the thing with Khan. Like, if you remember that
like,
scene
oh,
where
look.
he's all acting douchey and going down the stairs, it's called like condescending,
Yes.
That's his whole attitude,
I
really.
feel like he's
Maybe
just
he liked all the villains.
Ooh, yeah.
Good point. Then in Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home, McCoy quotes Hamlet, Angels and Ministers of Grace defend us. In Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country, the title is from Hamlet. Interesting. And one character, General Chang, constantly quotes Shakespeare, Romeo and Juliet, Henry IV, Richard II, Henry V, Julius Caesar, The Tempest, Merchant of Venice, and Hamlet. The character of Marcia, a shifter quotes from Hamlet when she says, quote, I thought I would assume a pleasing shape.
Apparently, Nicholas Meyer is a huge Shakespeare buff.
Sure seems that way.
Well, and then Star Trek VI even inspired a crossover book, I guess, a combination book of Klingons and Shakespeare.
Yes.
Oh yeah. And there's like the special footage on Star Trek VI.
Yeah.
Like that of like a Klingon reading Shakespeare. In the original Klingon.
In the original, yes.
Yeah.
And the final one, Star Trek Beyond, a wounded alternate reality Spock quotes from Measure for Measure, saying, the miserable have no other medicine but only hope.
Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah.
We did it, you guys. We just covered all of Shakespeare's works, and some of the times he was mentioned in all of Star Trek. So everybody in the live chat, if you enjoyed that very much, give us an A. If you are just like wishing you could fast forward, give us an F. If you're like, hey, I just kind of had you on in the background, you can give us a C, no big deal. But give us some kind of grade for Shakespeare in Star Trek.
Or at least for the thumbnail.
Yes, big points for the thumbnail from the Matt Boardman who created that for us. So this is something from Netflix. Check this out, everybody. Netflix tweeted out this item. We're not going to share the sound, but it says 6 new stories loading because they have really short seasons. So they're going to have 6 more episodes.
Oh my God, I just realized Girls 5 Eva dropped like a new season.
And then this.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
So that means one of those 6 symbols was the USS Callister symbol, which means they're implying that of those 6 episodes that are coming out in 2025, one of them will be related to the USS Callister, or maybe even just a full-on sequel of it. What do you guys think of that? Wait a minute, Anne-Marie, have you still not seen that episode? I thought it was a
mini-series. Okay, so no.
There was initially some
really
talk
good.
about that being a thing, but obviously whoever bloomed that was mistaken.
Either that, or maybe this is going to be launching off that miniseries.
Right.
But yeah, it sounds more likely what you're saying, which is they just heard that something was going to happen and they took it too far.
But I thought it was the director that said it was going to be a mini series.
Oh, well then.
If I remember correctly.
I know the director was tied to it. I just didn't.
Right.
I can't remember.
I thought it was taken from an interview with the director. He talking to Collider or something? Wrong.
Look at this amazing.
Okay, so
crew.
yes. So yeah, Melissa, like definitely somebody said something about a mini series, but okay.
Yeah.
IGN, they
IGN.
Hollywood Reporter did an interview, and it sounds like yes, the 3rd episode of these 6 will be the sequel.
Okay.
Weird.
That is weird.
This looks so original series
cool.
Star Trek.
Yeah, it's
doesn't it?
awesome. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's the guy I went on a double date with.
Anne-Marie, I really want you to watch that episode and then check back with us and say, okay, it was really good. Or else you'll be like, or else you go, I don't know. It wasn't that great.
Yeah, you don't have to watch the rest.
I'm just going to say it's no For All Mankind.
I do love For All Mankind.
It's a totally different vibe than For All Mankind.
Yes.
Totally different vibe. Like this could be definitely another ship in the Star Trek universe that is flying around at the same time as the USS Enterprise.
Could be.
Could be.
It could be.
With a very different kind of crew.
And then we've got an article from trekmovie.com that pretty much confirms this. You can check that out on your own time, everybody. But it's basically just saying what we just said, which is it sounds like there's going to be a sequel coming in. Man, I hope there's some kind of mini series or even a season or something.
Yeah.
And bring back Hedril, since Kirsten Dunst is married to Jesse Plemons.
What?
She's in the TNG episode.
Okay. So everybody in the live chat, it is time now, while we pull up this next one, about we've got a Picard spinoff news item. Is it dead? Is it alive? Is there a chance?
It's Schrodinger's legacy.
Is it like Star Trek 4?
Speaking of Star Trek 4, I think we have Star Trek 4 news too.
I would certainly hope so.
I mean, we have to, right?
It wouldn't be a week like over a week. Star Trek 4.
Okay.
News.
Let's just stop everything and find the Star Trek 4 news because we know there is some. ScreenRant.com, our good friend John Orchiola writes, what's going on with Star Trek movies? Quote, there is a plan, says Roddenberry executive.
Oh,
exclusive. Okay. 8 years after Star Trek Beyond, fans are still waiting for the new Star Trek movie. But Paramount is working on Trek's big screen return.
Yes.
Then it says, Paramount Pictures is actively working on new Star Trek movies with a plan in place for future releases. Roddenberry Entertainment ensures new Star Trek projects align with Gene Roddenberry's vision and expect a new Star Trek film to hit the big screen soon. Oh, soon, you rascally word. You, my old nemesis, soon. Okay, so hold on, everybody. Star Trek 4, soon. So
they said that in 2017. Soon.
mark your calendars, but mark it in pencil.
Soon.
Who is the executive? Oh, the executive is Trevor Roth. It seems our good buddy Trevor Roth.
All right.
Roddenberry COO Trevor Roth speaks to Screen Rant. Let me see if there's a quote. He says, let's pull this up. Maybe there's another juicy tidbit in there. He says, I'm not able to say much, but I can say that Paramount's intent to figure out the Star Trek side of movies and what's going on there. There's every intent of a new movie coming out in the very near future. There's a lot of secrecy around what's going to happen there, but there is a plan getting into place, and we're very excited to see it return to the big screen. And I will tell you, I will tell that you want to do it the right way. That is a confusing sentence.
Yeah.
And yet, practical things get in the way. People a lot of times are like, oh, why isn't this happening or that happening? And sometimes these questions are really good questions. And other times there's a lot you don't know that is happening behind the scenes that can make things more difficult than you would think.
Oof.
So all in all, we're getting there to my understanding, and we're excited, and plans are being put in place. And I know that from the standpoint of the studio, there is no lack of recognition of wanting and needing a Star Trek film coming out. Okay, here's what I got out of this. Is there's a lot you don't know that is happening behind the scenes that can make things more difficult than you would think. Okay.
Yeah.
So it sounds like they're trying and they're trying and they're trying, but there are all these things or one thing that's really getting frustratingly difficult to move forward. That's what it seems like.
Well, I mean, and then the possibility of the sale of Paramount is a huge thing that could hinder the progress of certain things.
Yeah. Well, gosh, you guys, that's great news.
Yep. It's soon. So
soon.
Oh,
that's it.
Okay, sorry. I got distracted by a really nice tweet from Trek Movie that said they mentioned us in N7th Rule at their on their podcast that just came out today because of all the STSF fun.
All
awesome.
access.
And they actually, Trek Movie actually had somebody at South by Southwest, like doing discovery interviews. They have a bunch of interviews going on.
Oh, awesome.
Everybody check out.
I sent you the link on.
Trek out. Everybody check out the Trek Movie podcast called All Access.
I sent you the tweet on Facebook Messenger, but it's basically
Lovely.
But a fun picture of their talk with the people.
Cool.
You sent me the tweet on Facebook, and you
Messenger.
sent me the snap on Insta. Here it is.
It's such a
And
fun
you
picture.
sent
Everybody
me the
looks so good.
WhatsApp on TikTok.
Yes.
So this is from Lori Ulster, who says, this week on the podcast, we play clips from red carpet interviews with the hashtag Star Trek Discovery crew. Get Tony's recap of the STSF convention with the shout out to Anne-Marie Seagull 1 and the 7th Rule crew. And chat about hashtag Star Trek Picard Season 2 issues. Oh, interesting.
Don't they all look so cute though in the picture? Like,
yes.
What I'm really fascinated by is how they all have like five outfit changes like throughout this press junket. And they all look amazing in all of them.
Yeah.
Interesting. Smart. All right. Well, that's cool. Good news from them. We like them. And also good news from on the Star Trek forefront. I mean, that's it. It's just like Data's family. It's soon.
Speaking of Data's family or other people having to do with people on Next Generation, what were you saying about Star Trek Picard?
Issues
No,
on
no, no, no,
season
no.
2.
No,
Oh,
no.
no.
Before this, you said there was an article about Star Trek Picard.
And
Legacy
Legacy.
spin-off. Something, something,
Spin-off.
something, something.
If you're sure,
You can't go dangling that in front of me, Ryan, and not
if you're
deliver. Come on.
if you're sure,
Soon.
here it is. It is also from our good friends over at screenrant.com. Star Trek Picard spinoff is, quote, teed up. What? And Jack Crusher actor Ed Spaliers wants fans to stay noisy.
Yeah, if he
Yes.
stays in the show.
Right? Right?
What do you mean?
You know,
We think he's nice.
we do think he's nice. He's fun to watch on screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great. I like how he's always looks like he's ready to pounce.
He
He's like-
does, yeah.
Just like when he got cast, Darnell and I were like, oh my God, there's someone from Downton Abbey on Picard.
Yep.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's find that quote here. Here is the quote. I guess it's from Ed Spaliers. He says, I do believe it will happen at some point, and I feel that we will get there, but I think that people have just got to keep being noisy about it. And I'm sure Paramount loves hearing that.
Mhm.
Everyone seems to want it too. We've just got to keep putting the noise out there. I mean, I would love it. I would absolutely love to play more. Star Trek in many ways, I think, changing my life is such a big phrase. So I don't want to say that, but it definitely realigns things for me creatively. And actually, the run of work since then has been really interesting. But that part, I feel like I've still got so much more to offer with him. And I really, really hope and want and believe that we will get a chance at that at some point. Get that chance at some point. Okay, here's what I
Yeah.
read into it. Not going to happen. Not going to happen.
Now that's funny because when we talked about this a few months ago, I was the one who was like on the lower end of what's made you change your mind, Robin? Robin, what the hell?
Coo,
Robin.
coo. Is that what robins sound like? Coo.
I was doing so well too. So, George,
You
tell us your thoughts.
You got it, Batman. All right. So here's a joke I heard when I was a little kid. What do you call it when Batman and Robin get run over by a truck? Flat
what?
man and ribbon. It's not funny, but that's just what kids said.
That is
It's actually
funny.
good.
Funny.
This is why I say no.
All right.
He uses words like believe. When people say believe, that means they're kind of being they're trying to convince themselves rather than think, oh, I think it'll happen. I'm sure it'll happen. I know it'll happen. If they go, I believe it'll happen.
Oh,
I-
yeah.
I truly believe, that means they lay at night convincing themselves. I'm not saying he did, but that's kind of that word.
I believe
know.
in you.
Son of a. And then the other word is noisy.
Mhm.
That tells me that he's saying it's, they still need to be convinced. In other
Yeah.
words, if the noise dies down, it probably won't happen.
Mhm.
But he's saying, but if you guys keep pounding the drum, if you keep yelling, then I have faith. I believe that something might happen. Am I
Mhm.
reading too much into like 2 words? Melissa thinks so.
No, but I think there's just too many variables at this point to say yay or nay either way.
Oh, I like
didn't
that was
mean
good.
to rhyme, but there are too many variables happening at this point with Paramount as a whole.
Yeah.
And so moving forward with anything, I think is on the back burner at the moment.
Mhm.
But that doesn't mean that there isn't the possibility of it happening in the future when things start to settle a little more, and we figure out what is going to happen with this entity and the rights to Star Trek as a whole. Yeah, until we figure that out, I don't know that there's room to say anything for sure one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Sure would like to see one, though.
Absolutely.
I believe it'll happen too, because I really want it to. I mean, it certainly might, and I sure hope so.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So, Anne Marie's saying that there's some new news that's happening in the last hour that we need to report on. No? Okay.
That's for me to grab popcorn and watch Facebook later.
Let me read your text out loud real quick. Let's see what this says.
But I will tell you something fun that I did read on Facebook.
Wait, hang on. It says, "Oh shit, in the past hour." Nah, I won't read that. Okay. It's too juicy.
Yeah, but there are some fun things. Like apparently WonderCon is happening in Anaheim this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And Paramount is having like official Star Trek universe events.
Oh yeah.
A Subspace Rhapsody group sing along on Saturday, which sounds like I want them to do that for VIX, like Deep Space Nine VIX episodes.
Yeah.
But oh my god, I love where they're going with this. So they're doing that Saturday, which I just want to know like how many people know all the words. I mean, obviously there'll be subtitles, but I'm so curious. And then on Sunday they're showing the first episode of Discovery.
Oh, cool.
Episode.
I love the comments right now popping out in reference to me not saying the fun stuff that's happening right now. Terry Rose says, "Spill it, Robin." And Zanza says, "We'll know about it soon."
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And these guys are funnier than we are, I'll tell you that much.
Oh my gosh.
It's easy. What else was there? Okay. So I don't know. Everybody in the live chat, let us know. Give a percentage. Not how much do you want this new Picard spinoff series, potentially called Legacy, which we all very, very much want to happen and hope it'll happen. But what do you think? What's the chances of it happening? 20%, 80%, 100%? Make your predictions as to, and it could be 5 or 8 years from now, anytime. What are the chances you think a Picard spinoff will happen, like the one that was set up at the end of Picard season 3? All right. And then moving on, it's teed up. I don't know what teed up means, but it sounds like it's right there.
Yeah, they set up a backdoor pilot, so it's already.
Do you think Terry Matalas has actually written like scripts already, or just like a full, like outline and Bible for it?
Oh wait, Jenny, you're muted.
Jenny, you're mute. Yeah.
I was like, wait, is she doing this purposely so we can't know?
Oh, I've read it. I've read it already. It's totally. No.
I know you guys talk on DMs.
Yeah.
No, that is a lie. FYI, I lied. I have not read it. I'm sure there is a treatment of sorts that exists, but yeah, I don't think anyone's working on it right now.
Okay, in the live chat, the percentages, Terry Rose says 50%. War Dogheim says 47%, of course. Perfect number. Kathy D says 100%. She's on Team Ed Spaliers.
Nice.
Allison Leach Hyde says 50%. Lucia says 5%. Whoa.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Joshua M. Patton says 30% without Skydance. 30% without Skydance. 75% with Skydance.
Ah, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
He knows too much. He knows something. Chris Gavin says 35%. Mark Zukov says 42%. Muhammad says 50%. May Borello says 80%. Linda 90%. Chuck 1,000%. Faith says 100%. Kathy D says 100%, and soon. All right, cool.
Faith says 100 because Faith
As what?
has.
All right, we'll take that. We'll take it. Let's move on because we're almost out of time and talk about this week, shall we? So the Falling Tower YouTube channel is celebrating Cartoon Spin-off Month. Melissa, you're such a trooper for hanging out with us when you're feeling sick.
You are.
And a couple days ago, we released our review of the Smurfs, the 2021 version on Paramount Plus. Melissa was our guest. Melissa, Muhammad, and I talked about Smurfs and whether we loved it or did not. Let me give you a hint.
The word babies came up a lot.
Baby Smurf. That was part of it was about Baby Smurf.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Did they sing the Once in a Blue Moon song?
No,
Oh,
they didn't.
well, that's not right.
Anne-Marie, have you ever watched the Smurfs?
No, but now I'm like, who are Baby Smurf's parents? Was I shipping the right
Once in a
Smurf?
blue moon, the baby just comes.
Oh,
You have to find out if that was a question on the show, actual
oh
episode.
my gosh.
Yeah, we'll definitely cover that.
Hey,
Everybody check it
Ryan,
out. Yes.
do you know how to say Smurfs in French?
Schtroumpf.
It's my favorite. I love it.
Les Schtroumpfs.
German.
Yeah. Yeah. It does sound German because
I
they're
never get
originally
to-
Belgian, I think.
Oh, yeah, yeah, they are. I
Oh.
never get to actually hear like a person who has the good
Oh, how do you say it? I want to hear how people butcher that word.
Strumps. I can't.
Strudels.
That's why I was
Yum.
so excited to hear you say.
I want strudel.
I waited my whole life for that.
Oh,
Because
you have so much
in
more to
Canada,
live for now, though.
everything is like, because we have the French on everything. So if you got a Smurf toy, it would be like the Smurfs, but it would also be Les Schtroumpfs.
Les Schtroumpfs right
Yeah.
next to it. Yeah. Oh, that's fun.
Mhm.
All right. So everybody
Sorry,
check
do we-
that out. The full review is available on the Falling Tower YouTube channel. Then on Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern Time on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel, we have our first segment review of Deja Q. Remember that one? He shows up naked.
Yeah.
There's the mariachi band. Riker's got two ladies, and then Worf's got two ladies. Oh, it's madness.
Kind of stabs him with a
Ada
fork.
giggles.
Yep. There's another
Oh.
Q that pops in, who's actually a pretty good actor.
He's so good.
Who
Yeah.
said he's uncredited? Like,
Corbin
he chose
Burnson?
to
Isn't that
take
fun?
his
Yeah.
name off the credits.
Corbin.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Person. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the dad in Psyched. In Psych.
So
Did not know
everybody check that out. That is Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern Time on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel. Then on Monday on the same channel, Seventh Rule, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we've got our full Next Generation review, full review of The Vengeance Factor. Remember The Vengeance Factor? And we've got actress Lisa Wilcox joining us for that one.
Utah.
Lisa Wilcox.
The clown
Yes, Utah.
Trelesta.
Portia Ryan knows this about the
What?
Smurfs being originally Belgium.
Yeah, that's what I said, right? They're
Mhm.
Belgian.
Yep.
That's where it came from originally. I also think French fries are also originally Belgian. I don't know why French people get credit for that, but
Yeah,
French people are
Belgium
like,
doesn't
that's not
really
our, we don't want that
pinch it.
credit.
I don't even think
Mhm.
French people don't even want that.
Yeah.
Mannequin
Like-
piss.
What?
Sorry, what?
Belgian stuff. There's so much. I love Belgium.
Wait, no, but what did you say?
Oh,
What?
that's their like famous statue, mannequin piss,
Okay, that's
which
what I
is
thought you
like
said.
a little boy. There was like a war and somebody like lit a fuse and it was gonna blow up or like lead to a huge gunfight. And a little boy who was like walking by the camp like urinated on it to put it out, and so he's like a hero in Belgium. And so they have a
Alright.
statue for him, and it's called Mannequin Piss, and it's a fountain. Amazing.
See, we learned something today, everybody.
Yeah. I love
Love it.
Belgium.
And then, yeah, me too.
Mhm.
I was only there one day once, but I liked it. Tuesday of next week. Come right back to this channel, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern time for the main viewer live. We'll talk about all the news of the week, huge announcements. We'll have Star Trek 4 news, breaking news. We'll talk about this zany stuff that Anne-Marie wants to talk about. What give us a hint. What's it about? Is it drama? Is it drama?
Yes, it might be high drama.
Whoa. And then on Wednesday, of course, we've got the Falling Tower YouTube channel. Check that out. The next episode will be, where is it? Oh, that'll be a fun one. It's going to be Avatar: The Last Airbender with Katie and Nicolau as our special guest. Muhammad and Katie have been begging to do this one. We got to do it. See if we loved it. See if 2 of us loved it. And that's it. All right. Melissa Longo, will you please tell everybody where they can find you online?
At Melissa Longo, Malissa, on social media, and at theintrovertedrepublic.com, at Walking Art Made by Melissa, and Walking Art Made by Melissa on Patreon.
What about yourself, Jenny R?
Oh, and YouTube.
Yeah.
3 Fat Lobsters.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know what? I'm over there. I'm on your channel. There's an amazing interview that we did with Robin Curtis on your channel.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's so awesome. So that's one place you can find me, but also on my website, jennyrjohnson.com, and also my shop, which you can find through my website, and also on the other social media, Jenny R. Johnson Art, except for Twitter, where I am Jenny R. Johnson. And my winter neglect of my socials is ending. So yeah,
you're coming out for spring. Oh, spring's
I'm
coming
working
soon.
on it.
Dude, it's like spring here.
Spring's like next
so
week,
nice.
right? Cool.
Yes, enjoy that, everyone.
There's
We
not
should do
spring
it.
in Colorado right now. There's just snow, and more snow, which is awesome. Wish I was in the snow.
Dr. Anne-Marie Siegel, are you enjoying springtime where you are, and where can people find you?
Smells like Wisconsin grass outside. It's so fresh.
I used to love Wisconsin
Siegel
grass in high school. Oh, that's one of my favorites.
So nice.
Sorry, what's your Twitter handle?
At Anne-Marie Siegel 1.
Got it. Okay, and everybody can find me on twitter.com at RyanTGHusk. Once again, that's at RyanTGHusk, or just Virtual TrekCon, The Seventh Rule, or Falling Tower on your favorite social media, but especially right here on YouTube. And Riza and Chill.
Oh, yeah.
And Jenny.
Melissa, what are you saying? I don't understand.
The shirts. Sorry, I'm a little weird in the head right now.
Yeah, I understand. Everybody, you can get these cool shirts at the Star Trek and Chill online store. The description box below has a fun link. Click that link, get your favorite color, get your favorite style. We've got all kinds of cool shirts.
Dude, I made so many friends at the convention in real life with your shirts. Like, they're such conversation starters.
See? Bringing people together. That's
especially
why it's a
Picard's
comedy.
thigh. Yeah.
I like that description.
I got me like 20 friends. So good.
I like that description.
Yeah.
Neelix's feet were a great conversation starter too.
Definitely.
I wish you could tickle them.
I know.
You can.
And then and they wiggle. And maybe he goes,
nothing's as loving like my fresh in the oven. That guy. All right. Thanks very much to One Trek fan, Bob D, Allison, Kathy, Chris, Portia, Zanzas, Ryan, Dave, Mark, K Bliss. Oh, KL Bliss, we saw you at the convention. Emery's got an awesome. There it is.
Oh, my Prodigy Bliss pillow.
Amazing.
And feel better, KL Bliss too. She's not feeling good either.
Oh, feel better soon. Walter, Chris, John, Terry, and everybody. Thank you all for hanging out with us. Remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon for notifications. If you're listening in, give us a 5-star rating and a nice review. We'd really appreciate it. Thank you very much. We will see you next time. Have a chill weekend. You've earned it. I usually just say that, but this time I mean it.